Hey there, sewers, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda with the Sewing Studio GH, and I make videos all about the journey of learning to draft patterns and sew beautiful pieces of clothing. In this video, I'll be taking you through my entire process of how I thread my industrial sewing machine. My entire goal for this video is to help you alleviate the fear of using industrial sewing machines, learn my easy way of threading my industrial sewing machine, learn how to put thread on your bobbin, learn how to insert your bobbin into your bobbin case, and learn how to put your bobbin case into your machine to make it work efficiently. That being said, let's get to it. Industrial sewing machines are designed for more heavy-duty workload, and they should be able to run for longer hours and deal with more intense projects than a domestic machine. If you're serious about your sewing projects and will be needing to use your sewing machine constantly, you're better suited to an industrial sewing machine. Because of the speed at which it sews, most beginner sewers fear to use the industrial sewing machine because they're afraid it will stitch their fingers. But industrial sewing machines offer near perfect stitch quality, and that's usually hard to replicate with a regular domestic sewing machine. It may take some getting used to the increased speed and power, but they are no more difficult to operate than a domestic sewing machine. In fact, many people find them easier to use as the machine does more of the work for you. First off, I'll show you the different parts of this machine besides the motor. There's a needle in the needle bar, my P50 presser foot. I have a quick change screw holding my foot to the needle bar. There's a thread guide right above the quick change screw, and the presser foot sits on the throat plate. The throat plate is the metal plate that covers the feed dog right beside the slide plate. The portion under the machine is the machine bed. Next is a needle thread tension assembly, and then the thread take-up lever. After that, we'll see the pressure regulating screw. There's a thread guide, the thread spool tray. This is the back take-up lever. We also have a stitch regulator, and then the bobbin winder on the side. To thread the machine, first the thread comes from the spool tray to the thread guide. For my machine, I thread the guide twice because the stitches are tighter that way. Then the thread goes down to the tension assembly and back up through the thread guide. And then into the take-up lever. From the take-up lever, it comes down to the needle bar where it goes through another thread guide and then into the eye of the needle. The next thing I do is to thread my bobbin. To thread the bobbin, thread comes down to the tension assembly connected to the bobbin winder. And then the thread is wound around the bobbin before it's fixed on the winder. My winder is a little thin, so I usually use a strip of fabric to tighten the grip. The bobbin has to roll towards the tension disc and not away from it. So once the bobbin is fixed tightly with the strip of fabric, I turn on the machine and allow the thread to wind around the bobbin. Once I have enough thread on my bobbin, I cut the thread and take it to the bobbin case. To fix the bobbin into the bobbin case, you need to locate the little slit on the side of the bobbin case. The bobbin has a metal thing that flicks open and closed. So once you put the bobbin in, you pass the thread through the slit and make sure you hear that clicking sound to be sure it's tightly fixed into the bobbin case. And then it will come out through the hole right next to the slit, and then you know the thread is in place. Then you either lift the head of your machine if it's not too heavy for you, or you pass it under the machine and fix your bobbin case into the machine. As you fix the bobbin case, you should make sure you hear that clicking sound to be sure the bobbin is fixed correctly into the machine. I usually spread tissue and a piece of cloth in my machine to collect broken needles, thread, lint, and all sorts of things that fall through, even oil. When I oil my machine, I get drops of oil sitting in that portion, so I usually change it out from time to time. So I did that today. But yeah, that's basically how I thread my machine. And if you want to know how I change the oil or any other thing, or how I clean my machine, please leave a comment in the comment section. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the Sewing Studio GH, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!